It's maiden voyage time! Yeah!
Although we've been living on a sailboat for 7 years, leaving the safety of the mooring for the first time in our new boat had us on the edge. Everything on this boat is old, but it's new to us, and so we don't know what will work or what will eventually break. We've gone over all the systems as best we can and have headed out on our first shakedown cruise to go and find out.
Oh. Wow, the sunset looks amazing.
Thailand is home to some of the most picturesque islands and provides amazing cruising grounds for sailors. With such stunning scenery, Phang Nga Bay also attracts millions of tourists every year. As the waters are calm, boats of all sizes, fully loaded with people visit these islands every day, making them extremely busy.
I feel like we shouldn't have anchored Independence just here, because these big old boats, I'm sure they do it every day and they know what they're doing, but they're definitely making me nervous as they swoop around the edge of Independence within meters. It's just gnarly, man. I don't know where that dude's anchoring. On top of the other dude's anchor. Slotting it in.
Well, it's the afternoon. We decided to pick up anchor. It was starting to get a little bit shallow where we were anchored and it was making us nervous. So we picked up the anchor and we're just motoring now in between two hongs. There's a passageway that goes between two of them, which is absolutely spectacular. And I think there's another anchorage on the other side. So yeah, excited to see what that's going to be like. Pretty cool, hey Lula? We're going to big rocks on both sides.
One of the joys of sailing is that we take our home with us everywhere we go, and whilst these beautiful destinations are busy during the day, we have discovered that if you wish for complete silence and seclusion, travel during the day and anchor near your destination, then in the late afternoon and mornings when all the tourism boats have gone for the day, you can experience the place completely by yourself.
That's the last big boat going. Bye-bye!
With so many islands in the area, just a dinghy right away, a big new Highfield tender to test out, and the tourism boats slowly leaving, it was time for us to go and play. Let's load up and go and explore this stunning area without the crowds of people.
Gotta get away from everybody. Yeah? Wow! Layla! Wow! Wow! Layla, keeps going! Let's get more! Layla! Hello, Thailand.
Oh, epic. We've got this place to ourselves. I think the temperature just dropped like 10 degrees coming.
It's so much nicer in here,
It's like so much cooler in here. It's beautiful.
That was a pretty cool little thing,
It was just, yeah. What do you reckon? What do you think, Tallulah? Do you like it? Yeah, you're very brave in going through the cave. Yeah, we popped out here.
Cave adventurer.
Whilst this anchorage was simply stunning, throughout the afternoon the wind had steadily increased and left Independence hanging a lee to shore, only metres from the rocks. It was okay when we were awake and there was light, but as the night fell and the wind increased, we didn't want to take any chances. So we dropped the mooring and headed back to where we anchored the night before, because Safety Steve doesn't take holidays.
Coming out and having a bit of a sail was all about testing out the boat and just living on board, you know, just by living on the boat. Really sort of makes it start to feel like home, and it just gives you a better understanding of how things work. So we come out and we tried to use the water maker yesterday and the air conditioners, couldn't figure them out. I know I'm just missing like a circuit breaker or something like that, but now that we have all our stuff on here, it's just sort of everywhere. So this morning we'll go back in, and the Asian Marine, they're going to send out a couple of guys who know the boat well to give us a couple of lessons on how to operate things, which is going to come in handy. But you know, this morning, just little things by living on the boat and using stuff, like using the stove here. We've been holding it in the button for ages, thinking like, what's the deal here, what's going on? But realised you just have to turn the knob just an extra quarter turn, and that's how you keep the oven on, the stove on. It's just these little things, man. But yeah, it's all baby steps, and it is a new boat, and we do have a lot to learn, a lot to figure out. The whole AC system and AC power is sort of a bit foreign to me, and it's also something you don't want to mess with. It needs to be perfect, because you know, AC power, you need to generally use electricians. DC, hey, you're not going to kill yourself, but AC power is where it's pretty serious sort of stuff, and things can go wrong very quickly. So you really want to make sure all the AC side of things is tip top, and that's why we're going to go in and get a lesson from the Asian Marine boys who know the boat really well. Well done, Lola. Good light, baby. Yeah, the boys. Alright, so the electrician has just left, and it turns out that fault was the water pump for the air conditioner in the saloon. Now, it was actually really good to come through here, because since the boat was first built, the air cons, well, at least these units are obviously an addition into the boat, same as the water maker, because the water maker wasn't original. So these are things that have been added onto the boat over time, and because these use AC power, on the switchboard here there is only 5 circuit breakers for AC. And so it's as if the air conditioner units and the water maker were just all put into the one circuit, which was the outlets throughout the boat. And so basically that one circuit had a whole lot of information going on. Old mate come out, we managed to fault find and go through it all, and resulted in the water pump for the saloon aircon. So that's been ripped out, which is really good. I learned a lot about AC and the circuits for AC, because they are a bit different to the DC, and AC is much more important because that's when you can fry yourself. So you really want to get that right, but that's really good. So that's the best case scenario. It's just a water pump tripping the aircon unit. Before we turn on the water maker though, let's just check out this other little luxury that seems to go on in Independence. Air conditioning. You hear it clicking, and
Yeah, it's doing something.
it's definitely trying, isn't it? There's all the dust that flew out of the vent when we first turned it on. You could definitely tell we've been in the boatyard. Power! Alright Lola, what do we do? I guess we just press some buttons, eh? Start?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, well, so that has the pump working, so that should be sucking in water and spitting it out the side without creating water. Let's have a look. Oh, that's good signs. Had a bit of a puff of dirtiness, but all of that white sort of bubbly, real fine bubbly cavitation-y looking sort of stuff would be all the pickling agents. So that means the membranes are pickled, which is really good. So the membranes should be fine. So there's no reason why the water maker won't work.
Everything seems to be working on this boat so far. We've had to replace a few little parts of things, but majority everything is working, and so we're feeling confident, and we're getting ready to leave Thailand in maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. So it's all happening very quickly. One area that we have left to deal with is the bilge. To our knowledge, the bilge pumps aren't working, so we've got a new bilge to replace one of them, and Yosh is going to install that today. And after that, what else have we got left to do? I think we need to provision a little bit. We need to get some fresh produce.
Yeah, and we just got to go buy filters for everything.
Yep, and filters for everything as well. So yeah, pretty crazy. Like, we've only been in the water for what, like a week?
Yeah.
And we've tested everything, and yeah, so exciting things happening. Nandji 2.0 is about to head to her first voyage to another country. Part of buying this vessel is that it needs to leave the country in March, so we're heading to Langkawi. We need to re-register and re-flag the boat, so we're going there to have all of that done, and also pick up some extra parts. I think we've got solar panels and some batteries as well to pick up from Phang Nga Marina.
Plus all the stuff we put in storage.
Oh yeah, we actually took heaps of stuff off of Nandji and put it in storage before we came to Thailand to buy this boat.
Sold Nandji. We were just like, that's it.
And it made the process a whole lot easier, but we still have to go to collect them. Like, all of our surfboards and spear guns and just activity stuff is in Phang Nga. So yeah, we've got a fair bit to do. And then we're still deciding on our sailing route, and I think once we've kind of settled into the boat a little bit more, we're going to start making decisions on where we're actually going. So that's exciting. Getting access to the bilge pump is proving quite difficult. It's right underneath the generator and it's hard to get to, so we're kind of having to pull the boat apart a little bit. Yosh has just taken off the panel of the front of the generator to see if there's access on this side, because there's none on the other side. Still nothing?
It's nothing. Just the well, that's a fire attempt.
We're about to help out some friends from Expedition Dredge. They have a massive Highfield rib that's been delivered here in Thailand, and they're not here. So we are going to collect it today for them and take it to where they are and deliver it to them. But we just got the message. It's kind of a little bit rushed, but we got the message that it's ready to be collected right now. So we've jumped in our Highfield to go and get their Highfield. There's a boat ramp here, and a fisherman has decided to anchor his boat there. Timing, we've got to slip free.
Oh, that worked out.
I guess the question is, who's going to drive the big dog?
Come on, mate. It's guaranteed, isn't it?
You can go first, but I'm having you go after, and Tallulah wants to go as well.
Yeah.
Look at that. There it is. Wow. Cool.
So if you are looking for a tender, a Highfield tender here in Thailand or in Southeast Asia, Cholamark Boats is actually the dealer for Highfield, and that's who delivered ours to the boatyard, and that's who's delivering Expedition Drenches down here right now. So if you want covers made, get yourself a dinghy, send an email to Hans. There's a link in the description.
Push the boat out the way.
I don't know if you're going to get it, Expedition Drench. Yosh is Expedition Dreams. I don't know if you're going to get this, mate.
Alright, let's go!
There's no point in having a big old high field if you're just not going to just test it out, you know? You're just going to test the waters.
Alright, here we go.
Well done, Leela.